respectively, of course. Sit your butt down. We're going to learn how to do this look, because how are you ever going to get better at anything if you just keep on skipping every 3 seconds on Small Creators? So let's do this look together. If you want a budget-friendly, literally like a palette that you can do anything with, you can mix and match these colors, I recommend this 100%. 100%. I started to put the color on, I was like, wait a minute, I need to block my brows, so I'm going to do that. I'm just taking some alcohol and putting it on this cotton pad and basically just going to get any excess oils off. I honestly learned the glue down eyebrow trick from drag queens. I never knew that was a thing, but it has elevated my makeup game when I want to change my eyebrows so much, so I don't have to shave my eyebrows off, because even though they're super blonde, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then you're going to do that like 3 or 4 times. I don't have very bushy brows or anything at all, so it doesn't take me too many times to get my eyebrows to lay down flat. But if you have really, really big brows that are unruly, it might take you 5 or 6 times to like just lay down the brow. Some advice that I will give you about using the glue is you want to wait until it is completely clear before you put on the next layer of glue, because you will put on too much and it will crumble up. So you see how it's drying? This is the good thing about using the purple, because it dries down clear, so you know when to move on to the next layer. You will need to set the brows with powder. So I just go in with a powder puff and this RCMA. It's really cheap on Amazon. It's probably the best powder that I've used for my big makeup looks. So definitely recommend if you need a cheap setting powder. Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program of turning myself a blue. And because the color is going to go over the brows, you don't really need to put like a peach concealer or anything like that. It's going to cover up the brows. This palette is so pigmented. That's why I 100% recommend it. Then I like to take my makeup sponge and kind of disperse the color. Honestly, I don't even need a second layer for this, but it is so pigmented. I feel like a Smurf right now, but literally just please trust the process, especially when I do big looks. Just trust the process. I know I look crazy until I get there, but you already know how to give it the highlight, things like that. We're going to use a white, kind of the same place that you would put like your highlight points, concealer, things like that. Blend that out. Now for the contour, dark blue. Is it just because I look like handsome Squidward? Anyways, I'm going to use a brush for this because I want the placement to be a little more precise. Whereas when we did the highlight and stuff, you know, it could kind of go all over the place, but now we're going to set it all with powder, so don't judge my next process, okay? Yes, that much powder. I went ahead and put my contacts in because if you ever do cosplay and your eyes water and you try to put the contacts in, it will ruin your makeup, and I do not want that, especially since we're going to start on the eyes. To make the eyes appear larger, I am just taking a dark blue shade and just going in underneath my, actual like lash line, and that's just going to make my eyes bigger. It's kind of giving Corpse's Bride right now, and I'm not really upset about it because this is honestly the same technique that I use when I do my Corpse's Bride makeup. So it does make the eyes appear larger. Now I did want to take like a fluffy brush and blend that darker out with a lighter blue. But I'm loving the way this is going so far. The eyeshadow, I'm just basically blending in a whole bunch of different blues in there. Dark to light. I really, really love the way this is going so far. What do we think? Do you want to do a black, just very dramatic liner? And I'm just taking water activated paint because I feel like it's easier to control sometimes. I want to clean this up. It's just the basic design. I said dramatic and sharp. I meant it. Look at the difference. Now to make the eyes appear even bigger, I'm going in with this little technique and doing this. Trust the process. Y'all ready to see the difference? What I'm talking about? Look at that. Just makes it even bigger. Draw on the eyebrows. Ooh. Do you think I want to do a moon fairy? So moon star designs. I think I want to do stars right here. So I added stickers just for the outline because trying to do stars by freehand is kind of hard sometimes, and I don't have the patience today. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm just kind of freestyling right now. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I see visions happening in my head, so I'm just trusting the process. I'm going to connect the star to the eyebrow. I added a star up here as well. I think it will make it look nice. And I also want to outline the moon to give it more of a shadowy effect on the bottom. We see the vision, right? Please tell me. What I'm about to do is either going to ruin this look or bring it all together. Are y'all ready? I'm getting this, making my water activated liner really wet. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let me do my finishing touches and come back and show you all the full look. And there we have it. That is my full completed look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and what other looks you would love to see from me.